So we're going to have, right, these actin filaments, and we're going to have these myosin heads. And the myosin heads are going to temporarily bind with the actin filaments and kind of pull them along. And so it's going to kind of do this movement. And so we're going to talk about under what conditions can these myosin heads actually kind of form this cross length with actin filaments to be able to move them along. And so this is the main motion, right, for contraction of your muscles is these myosin heads kind of creeping along, if you can picture that. Again, pulling these kind of and shortening these sarcomeres as they pull along this actin filament. So again, I just kind of wanted to give you a visual. Now, the tough part to picture is that we're going to break it down. We're going to talk about just again is one myosin head at a time because it gets so complicated. But you have to remember that there's multiple myosin heads attached again to this myosin filament. And so they're going to kind of creep along in all of the, on all these kind of, not all these directions, but all at once with all these kind of myosin heads, all these fingers basically sticking out, creeping along that actin filament. So another instructor gave this example, and I think it's a really good example, like if you've ever put on pantyhose, or if you've ever watched someone put on pantyhose, or you've put on like a really tight pair of socks, right? You're going to have to like creep that sock up with your fingers. Okay, so you can picture that as being like all of those myosin heads, and hopefully that gives you a little bit of like a visual of how this is actually happening.